our mat today. Come all the way onto your mat, feet together to start. It's a big inhale breath. Circle those hands all the way up overhead, interlace the fingers at the top. Let's go ahead and press those palms to the ceiling, getting a nice big stretch through those arms. And on that exhale breath, let's go ahead and circle those arms down by our side. It should feel quite nice in the morning. It's a nice big inhale breath to circle those hands all the way up overhead. Interlace them at the top and press them up to the ceiling. Start to take those hands back a little bit further to get a nice arch in your back. And on the exhale breath, let's go ahead and take those hands down towards our feet now, finding yourself in a forward fold for me. Couple of deep breaths here at the bottom. Good. And when we're ready, let's slowly start to stand all the way back up. Restacking that spine one at a time. The head is the last to lift. It's another one just like that. Inhale to circle all the way up. Interlace the fingers at the top. Press up. Reach back. Start to arch through that back. And on the exhale, dive down towards those feet. Maybe getting a little bit further forward this time. Tripping over my words this morning. Go ahead and take your hands to the back of your legs and pull on them, making a big round through the back of your spine, puffing up into that t-shirt. Good, and then let go, relax all the way down. It's a soft bend in the knee to stand all the way back up. Beautiful. We've got one more just like that. Let's go ahead and change our position so that we've got the length of the mat out in front of us now. It's a big inhale to circle the hands up overhead. Interlace at the top, press up towards the ceiling. Good. This is the last one, just like this. Dive those hands all the way down. Let's start to pedal out those feet now, releasing through the backs of the legs. Good. And when you're ready, let's start to walk these hands out to find yourself in a plank position. Stacking those shoulders over those wrists, or if you need to come down to your knees here, that's absolutely fine. We're just going to go for a static hold for 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop those hips down to the mat and find yourself in a cobra stretch. Eye gaze goes up. Good. And when you're ready, tuck those toes under. Go ahead and pipe those hips up to the ceiling to find yourself in a downward dog. Let's go ahead and pedal these feet out, reaching one heel down to the mat at a time to release through the back of the leg. Think about really pressing your chest forward down towards the mat here to release through that upper thoracic. Beautiful. Another 5 seconds here. And when you're ready, start to walk those hands all the way back to those feet. Soft bend in the knee, and then roll yourself all the way up to standing. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to get started. Let's go ahead and find a standing position in the middle of your mat. We're going to work through a warrior lunge to start. So our left foot is going to be facing parallel. Our right foot is going to find a nice wide turned out position. Good. From here, let's go ahead and lunge into that right leg, taking that knee over those toes. And we're just going to go for a static hold here. Really think about this right knee pressing to the pinky toe and to the back of the room to get that external rotation here. Good. Yeah, nice work. 3 more seconds here. Let's start to lift and bend through that leg now. Finding that lunge and then resetting. 5 more seconds like this. Moving nice and slowly. Good. The next time you find yourself in that lunge, can you hold it there for me? Beautiful. It's a lift and a lower with that heel. Lifting it all the way up and lowering it back down. Good. Can you bend any deeper into that right leg? Beautiful work. 5 more seconds here. Good. The next time that heel lifts, let's hold it there for me. Let's pulse that leg out, keeping that heel lifted now. Nice. For another 5, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Stand yourself all the way up. Good. That right leg that we were just in that lunge position, let's go ahead and face that way on your mat. We're going to move through the left leg to start. Alrighty. So we've got our hands on our hips. Let's go ahead and step our left foot back quite wide so that you're able to find yourself into that 90-90 lunge. Good. Stand all the way up. Keep those feet in that position. Lower down and lift up. Good. Trying to get that knee nice and close down to that mat. However, if you're working with injury or pain, range of motion is your friend. If it's a slight bend through both knees, then that's absolutely fine. You just do what works for you today. Good. If you'd like to add some arms in, let's go ahead and take our hands to a prayer position as we lunge down. And as we stand nice and tall, can we pump those hands to the back? Good. It's a prayer to lunge down. Press the hands behind you to stand up. Start to get this breath involved. Exhale to press the hands behind. Inhale to lunge down. Nice work. Really think about squeezing those shoulder blades together to press those arms behind you. Good. Here for another 5. For 3, 2, 1. Meet me with those hands pressed behind you. Go ahead and hinge your weight forward now. Beautiful. And take that weight into your front foot. Good. Let's go ahead and lift and lower this back leg if you can. Maybe take your hands up in front of you to balance that weight. Nice work, team. Here just for another 3, 2. Can you hold it up? 1. Choose something that's not moving. We're going to hold it here for another 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Stand yourself all the way up. Give those legs a little run out. Nice. We're going to stay standing. Let's go ahead and take a nice wide stance with our legs. It's a big sumo squat. Take the arms nice and wide and then stand up nice and tall. It's a bend through the knee. Wave the arms out. Stand up nice and tall. Beautiful. Using that inhale to bend and exhale to extend. Good. 5 more seconds here. The next time you find yourself in that sumo squat, hold it there for me. Good. Keeping this shape, can we just side bend over to the right, taking that hand or that forearm down to the knee, and then return back to square and stand all the way up. Good. It's a sumo squat. Let's go to the left now. Nice. So what I want you to think of is keeping those arms like you're standing in front of a wall and you're just side bending over, reaching one up, up to the ceiling, the other down to the floor, whilst maintaining that sumo squat the whole time. Yeah, working through this at a pace that suits you today. Good. 5 more seconds here. Good, make this your last one. Hold that squat down for me. Can you lift both heels and lower them down? Good, it's a heel raise and lower. If this is not for you today, just hold that squat for a static hold. We're here for another 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Lower those feet down. Shake it out. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and do that warrior lunge on the other side now. So our right toes are going to be parallel. Our left toes are going to find a nice wide stance facing towards the side. Beautiful, like we did on the other side. Let's go ahead and bend into that lunge and just hold it here for a static hold. Start to think about your body. Think about where you are in space. Can you press that left knee back towards that pinky toe anymore? Nice. In 5 seconds, we're going to start to move through this leg. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and lift and lower into this lunge. Being mindful and still thinking about sending that knee out over the pinky toe into the back of the room here. Good. Here for another 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and hold that deep bend now. Beautiful. It's a lift and lower through the heel. Lift it all the way up and lower it down. Good. Can you bend any deeper into that leg? Beautiful. Give me 3 more lifts. The next time that heel lifts, let's hold it there and start to pulse out through that leg. Here for another 5. You've got this. 3, 2, 1. Step yourself all the way up, shake it out. Nice work, team. Go ahead and face the left side of your mat now. We're going to work through the right leg. So we're going to take that right leg back, ready to find that 90-90 lunge. It's a nice big bend through both knees, dropping the back knee down to the mat and then standing nice and tall. And inhale to bend and exhale to press. Good. Again, like on the other side, if you're only able to give me an inch or 2 bend, then that's where you leave it today. Don't go pushing your body so that you injure yourself, just so that you can say you got a deep lunge. Good, like we did on the other side. If you'd like to add your arms in, let's go ahead and take them to a prayer position to lunge and press those hands back to stand nice and tall. It's an inhale to bend and exhale to press. Really thinking about closing those shoulder blades together to press those hands back. Keeping your arms nice and close to your body as you press them behind you. I'll show you a front-on view. Oh, need to show you a better one than that. Keeping them nice and close to your body. We're not taking them out too wide, yeah? Oh, my lat just pinched. Good. Give me another 2 like this. And let's hold that hand, those hands pressed up behind you. Good. Transferring that weight now into the left leg. Let's go ahead and lift and lower through this right leg. Find something on the floor that's not moving to help you with your balance. Can you bend any deeper into that left leg? Another 3, 2, let's go ahead and lift it all the way up and hold it for a static hold. Here for another 3, 2, 1, bring it all the way in to meet the other and run them both out. Nice work, team. All right, we're going to come all the way down onto our mat. Let's lay down on our left-hand side, all the way down. knees are bent, hips, knees, ankles stacked. We're going to interlace our fingers behind our head here and go ahead and close the elbows down. Beautiful. From here, it's an inhale to prepare, and on the exhale breath, let's lift that top elbow all the way up and to the back of the room to find yourself in a nice thoracic rotation. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose here, and on the exhale breath, lift that elbow up and over, back to that start position. Nice. Let's go for another 2 just like this. Inhale to prep. Maybe getting a little bit further each time. Deep breath at the back, and on the exhale breath, restack. Nice work. Last one here, just like this. It's an inhale to prepare, and exhale to send that elbow to the back of the room. Good. Last one here. Let's go ahead and restack that elbow all the way back onto the other. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to take those legs long and lay down on that left bicep. Beautiful. From here, let's go ahead and lift both feet off of the mat. Good. And then lower them back down. Press that right hand into the mat to help you lift those legs nice and high, and then lower them all the way down. Good. It's a lift and a lower. Use that exhale breath to lift the legs up, and then inhale to lower them all the way back down. 5 more seconds like this. Meet me with those legs lifted. The next time they go all the way up, hold it there. Can you lift your top leg a little higher? And let's just work through this bottom leg lowering and lifting to meet the other. Inhale to lower, exhale to meet the other foot. Nice work, team. Here for another 5 seconds. Good. The next time that left foot comes up to meet the right, hold it there. We've been here before. It's the slow scissor. Let's go ahead and split those legs and start to move them nice and slowly in space, taking one leg to the front and one leg to the back of your mat, keeping those legs nice and straight if you can. Good. Here just for another 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Bring those knees all the way in. You should feel that all the way down your side. Let's go ahead and roll on over to our back for a quick round of glute bridges before we do that on the other side. Our feet are flat on the mat at hip distance apart, and our hands are pressed down by our side here. Good. We're in a neutral spine. You should be able to fit your fingertips underneath your low back here. Good. Let's go ahead. It's an inhale to prepare. On the exhale breath, start to rock that pubic bone back towards the belly button and close that gap underneath your low back down. Good. Start to peel the waistband all the way up to the ceiling now, pressing into those feet, pressing into those palms on the mat. Good. Give me one little extra lift, squeezing those glutes to lift them up a little bit higher, and then slowly melt all the way back down into the mat. Beautiful. Again, just like that, rocking that pelvis, slowly peeling the waistband all the way up here. A big squeeze at the top, and then melt all the way back down. Good. If you'd like to advance, let's go ahead and float those hands to the ceiling now, working through these glute bridges with a little less support from the arms. Good. 5 more seconds like this. The next time you roll up to the top of that glute bridge, can you hold it there for me? Good. Let's drop those hips a little bit and then lift them straight back up. It's a tiny little pulse here, lifting and lowering those glutes. Really squeezing them together to lift them all the way up. 5 more seconds here. Meet me with them lifted in 3, 2, 1. Good. Make your hips be lifted as much as you can here. Let's go ahead and lift our left heel. Beautiful. And then float that left foot to tabletop. Lower the left toes down and then replace the heel. Good. Alternating. Right heel lifts, floats to tabletop, lower it back down, and then lower the heel. If the float to tabletop's not to you, you can just work through these lift and lowers of these heels. But if you're able to do the full expression, let's float the foot to tabletop once the heel has been lifted and then work through that heel lift to replace the foot to the mat. Good. Really thinking about keeping that waistband lifted nice and high as you work through these. We're just going to stay here. Give me 1 more on each side, about 5 seconds. Make this your last one. Meet me with both heels on the mat, and we're just going to lift and lower those hips again for another 5, 3, 2, 1, and slowly melt all the way down into that mat. Hug those knees into your chest nice and tight. Release through that low back. Nice big inhale breath here, and on the exhale, let's start to roll ourselves all the way back up to seating. Ready to flip over onto the other side to work through that thoracic rotation and the inner thigh work. When you're ready, we're going to lay all the way down on our right side. Our knees are bent, hips, knees and ankles are stacked, and we're going to interlace our fingers behind our head and close those elbows down to meet each other. It's an inhale to prepare here, and on the exhale, let's start to lift that elbow all the way up in space and over to the back. Nice big inhale here, and on the exhale breath, lift that elbow all the way up over to restack. Good. Give me 2 more like this at a pace that suits you. Good. Make this the last time you're closing those elbows down for me. Good. And once you're there, go ahead and change that body position, extending that underneath arm, the right arm long, and both legs are going to go long now. We're laying all the way down onto that bicep, and our top hand's going to be placed down on the mat. Beautiful. As usual, when we're in this side lying position, just be mindful that you're still thinking about lifting that waist up and away from the mat underneath you. And then let's go ahead and lift both feet off the mat to lower them straight back down. Good. Press into the mat to help you lift them nice and high and lower them all the way back down. Beautiful work. Really thinking about closing the gap between your ribs and your hips to lift those feet. Connecting through that oblique. 5 seconds like this. Good. The next time you float both of those feet off the mat, can you hold it there? Lift that top leg slightly higher and lower the bottom one down to the floor. Good. It's a lift and lower through the bottom foot now. Exhaling to lift that foot up to meet the other. Inhaling to lower it to the mat. Good. Maybe try and hold that foot up to meet the other for a second and then slowly lower it down. Good. 5 more seconds here. Good. The next time that foot comes up to meet the left, let's hold it there. Good. It's a scissor. Slow scissor of those legs now. moving straight legs in space, one leg to the front of the mat, the opposite leg to the back. Just another 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way down. Nice work, team. Let's just roll over onto our bellies here and release in a cobra stretch today. Our hands are going to just be placed down on the mat under our shoulders and press into the mat, lifting your chest up nice and high. I don't mind where you finish this stretch today, whether your arms are completely locked out or maybe you've got a soft bend and your hips are heavy on the mat. Good, and let's slowly melt all the way down to go straight back up for another one. When you're ready, press into those hands, lift that chest all the way up. Nice. Beautiful. Melt all the way down into the mat. We've got one final exercise here, team. Can you reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot for me? Beautiful. Can you reach back with your right hand and grab your right foot for me? Nice. All right, so I'd like for you to try and think about changing your hand position so that you're holding your ankles as opposed to your feet. That's the goal. The feet are fine. If that's where you're at today, that is okay. But the goal is to try and change that position. Let's go ahead and press those hands into those feet to try and lift your chest off the mat. And then lower all the way back down to flat. Yeah, holding onto those feet still. Press the feet into the hands, lift up. Good. And then lower all the way down. Beautiful. Like I said, the higher you can hold those hands up your shin, the easier you will find this exercise and the more lift you will get through that chest. Good. Just trying to work through here, lifting that chest any amount off of the mat. For some people, even grabbing onto these feet is a mission. So you might be laying here just trying to figure out how you're going to grab your feet, and that's okay. I want you to just keep trying to reach for them the whole time. Good. We're just going to stay here for another 2 more lifts. Good. Make this your last one. Can you lift and hold? Hold it up there for another 3, 2, 1. Melt all the way down into the mat. Well done, team. Let's go ahead and flip over onto our back now, just to bend it in the opposite direction. We're going to bend those knees into our chest and make ourselves into a nice tight ball here. Good. Feedback was interrupted there for a second. I thought you ladies were still doing those back extensions. Good, nice tight ball here. Let's go ahead and grab the back of our legs now and start to lift those hips off the mat, and then use the legs to start to rock your spine up off the mat as well, rolling all the way up to seated. Good, and when you're ready, flip around, come onto your knees. It's one final inhale to circle those hands all the way up overhead. Interlace them at the top. Let's go ahead and press those hands all the way up. Big inhale through the nose here. Try and get a little bit more stretch. And on that exhale, let go. Circle those arms nice and wide. Give me one big shoulder roll to finish. And here we're done. Nice work, team. Minor IT issues there to start, but we made it. It was all good in the end. As usual, questions, comments, or feedback.